messages here for? What's going on? Save me, she's talking about. Jupiter, save me! Where are you? I'm at home! This terrifying thing called homework is keeping me in my house. I can't go outside to adventure. Oh. She's gotta do her homework. You'll grow tall if you do more homework, so you can become an adult faster. Really? You better not trick Hook. Why don't I help you? If you finish early, then you can go play early. How does that sound? Whoa, not bad for the honorary member. Let me know when you get here. I'll be waiting for you. As a command, Pitch Dark Hook the Great. I now can't go back. Come, for a test. A feature again? Well, simulated universe update. We have a small update that can dissect and snapshot a second of time in the simulated universe. Speak human, please. Can you explain what you mean? It means we can customize the system parameters more, such as doubling the planet ornaments data that appears in each world. That's literally the event that's going on right now. Double drop rates? What do you think this is? A video game? This is Steven's idea. Stephen. He pulled a bunch of weird analytics like daily active users and user retention rate and average session length. I don't get it, but he says those are really important. Anyways, now you know. The feature will stick around only for a few days. Remember to come test. If you give me 10 time drops, then I'll leave a good review for the simulated universe. Jupiter Free, can you read this? You remember the weapon stores that you reported had something going wrong? I got a guard squad to head over and have a look, and they discovered something you might be interested in. It'd be better to speak face to face. I'll wait for you at the old spot in the restricted zone. I'm coming. Alright, so after reading those messages, hello everybody and welcome back to Honkai Star Rail. So, the plan of the agenda today is, well, it's to first, I guess, continue the, whole little museum quest that we have going on. So that is what we are mostly going to do, is just keep doing the museum stuff. And probably later today I'll be having to get back on Destiny and do stuff with Zack, because, you know, stuff.
Good to see you! The General Hall has been receiving a lot of visitors lately. The yearning for history and art has reawakened in the hearts of Belabagians, thanks to your superb management. You know, I never guessed you'd become a pro at this job. I only wanted you to experience the fun of working here. So I'm curious, how do you like being the museum manager?
It has its ups and downs.
See, but at least you get a sense of accomplishment, right? Otherwise you wouldn't still be doing it. Anyway, there's something else I wanted to talk to you about. There's been a new development in the museum theft case. First I need to show you something. Here, this way. After the General Hall opened to the public, the Silvermane Guards and Wildfire did a follow-up.
I should have slowed down.
And here we are. The item that's supposed to be in this exhibit is a modern sculpture called Gears and Wisdom. It's a little hard to describe. Sort of abstract. It's made of gears and mechanical parts, and it's about the same height and weight as the average person. Basically, it's too heavy for someone to just pick up and run off with. As you can see, this sculpture was placed at the entrance hall of the Industrial Hall because it symbolizes the industrial spirit that Belabagians have lived, breathed, and produced for centuries. Without it, the Industrial Hall loses its soul. We have to retrieve the sculpture before we can open to the public.
Where should we look?
It seems we'll have to make another visit to the underworld. It took nearly 20 years from design to completion to make gears and wisdom. We can't let all that painstaking work and talent go to waste. We have to get it back. I received some intel just earlier today. Someone said they found clues related to a gang of thieves in the underworld's robot settlement. I don't know if they'll lead us to the sculpture, but it's worth a try. We can head over to the robot settlement as soon as you're ready.
Time to get that sculpture.
Let's head out then. There's quite the crowd here today. Where do we start?
Clara.
Huh? Ah, you mean the little girl in red? I remember her. I saw her in the overworld at Lady Branya's succession ceremony. I don't know if she can give us any leads, but it's always good to say hi to a friend. Basic courtesy, right?
Just gonna start walling stuff up.
Ah, it's Big Sister. And Miss Pelageya Sergeyevna. You remember my full name? This kid is really something. Nice to meet you, Clara. What brings you to the robot settlement?
Well, something strange happened in the settlement recently. I'm asking the grown-ups who live nearby if they know anything about it.
Something strange? Can you share any details?
Well, recently, a lot of the little robots in the settlement started behaving strangely. It's like they malfunctioned suddenly, all at the same time. They started roaming around, breaking into people's tents, destroying their belongings. It was a real headache for the people living here.
Never a quiet day in the underworld.
Yeah, I guess. Mr. Svarog scanned the robots for irregularities, but the results all came back normal. So, I don't think it's a hardware issue.
So they're malfunctioning collectively.
Sounds like they could use our help.
You're right. Since we're already here, Clara, we'll help you investigate what's going on with the robots.
Really? But don't you and Miss Pela have something important to do?
It'll be fine. We have other people in the underworld working on the investigation, too. Besides, we don't have any clues yet, so we may as well do something useful.
Thanks a lot. I was worried about handling the robots on my own, but with your help, it should be easy.
The duty of the Silvermane Guards is to serve the people. So where can we find these robots? Clara, can you lead the way?
Of course. Just follow me.
What?
Look,
That shell
over
just
there.
didn't come out.
There's definitely something wrong with that robot.
Looks normal enough on the surface. Let's take a closer look.
Oh, no, oh boy. Something's wrong with
I
them.
won't go easy on you.
This is our chance. Unworthy of my time.
Ow. I should have done this before.
You know nothing of the weight behind this power. Witness the stars shatter before you. Survive or be destroyed. There is no other choice.
That'll take more than medicine. You're in bad shape.
Leave the rest to me. Calm your body and mind.
Tedious. A blade of moonlight.
So aggressive. Are all the robots in the settlement like this?
No, it must be malfunctioning. Sorry, little robot, but it looks like you're sick. I'm gonna take off your shell and give you a checkup.
Look,
This component doesn't seem like it belongs here.
Claire, can I take a look?
Oh, of course.
There's no mistaking it. This component was taken from Gears and Wisdom.
Who would do such a deprived thing?
Who do you think? It's obviously the same people who stole the meteor fragment. No wonder Wildfire and the Silvermane guards were never able to find Gears and Wisdom. Keeping such a conspicuous piece of art around wouldn't go unnoticed. The thieves must have disassembled it and hidden the parts inside the robots.
We will need to kick the ass of all these robots.
But the best laid plans of snow, mice, and men often go awry. They didn't realize the parts would interfere with the robots' systems and cause them to run amok. Now we just need to find all the malfunctioning robots and retrieve the sculpture pieces one by one.
Two birds with one
I
stone.
never imagined this would help you solve the case. That's great.
Let's get to work then. We're going to get all the stolen pieces back.
The grown-ups said that the
Oh my
spot where the
God.
malfunctioning robots appeared is in
Come.
this direction.
50
Let's go
pieces.
look over there, big sister.
50 pieces. 50? Man, you better give me like a lot of pieces. Because it's gonna be some serious shit.
You can still walk away. I won't go easy on you.
This is our chance. Take this! Fleeting light, roaring flood. Rules are made to be broken. Decisive strike!
Naughty children, nap time.
Calm your body and mind.
The little robots in this
Five,
area should
there's
all
four.
be back to normal now.
Oh my.
We also got some parts of the sculpture back. It's not a lot, but it's a start.
Let's start looking in the next area.
Oh, good lord.
Leave the rest to me. I won't go easy on you.
This is our chance.
You know nothing of the weight behind this power. Witness the stars shatter before you. Survive or be destroyed. There is no other choice.
Savor the vigor of life.
He just did a whole backflip before he died.
Calm your body and mind.
Man. They just want me doing things the hard way. Well, I got nothing else to do on with you, so.
I won't go easy on you.
Maybe they wanted you to.
Rules are made to be broken.
Looks like we rescued all the robots in this area, too. This is taking longer than I imagined. At this pace, it'll take us the entire day to fix all these robots.
Is it really necessary to find all the parts?
I get what you're saying, but... Alright, I give up. That sculpture has dozens of individual parts. There's no way we'll recover them all at this rate. We just need enough parts to put it back together. As for the rest, I'll have replacements made. But You have to promise to keep this a secret. You too, Clara.
Don't worry. I'll keep your plan super secret, Miss Pela.
Thanks, Clara. Let's get on to the next area then.
It's gotta be something funny when Pela, who at this point they just took it down by 10. Oh my god. Who I would assume Pela is supposed to be. I guess she's supposed to be an adult. If she is supposed to be an adult, why the hell is she? Why? How is she the size of an actual child? Hey, come on.
Shh. Keep your voices down. It's a big one.
Whispering isn't going to stop a robot from detecting us.
I guess that's true.
Oh, poor little Grizzly. There must be a lot of sculpture parts jammed inside. Let's go give him a checkup.
Yeah, this checkup is a physical checkup. No, come on. Uh-oh, I'm stuck. I'm not gonna waste my time. You're not gonna make me waste my time. You want me to do an actual repair, huh? This definitely isn't going to work.
Danger.
I seem to be on small brain mode today.
It worked.
Phew. All finished. This robot will reboot on its own after a while. Let's leave him be. Miss Pela, here's all the sculpture pieces I found.
Good work, Clara. Let's see here. We still don't have anywhere near enough.
Want to keep on fixing robots? I'm ready to help.
Do we have any other choice? I am starting to feel a little worn out, though.
I know. How about we go talk to Mr. Svara? He might not be able to round up the robots, but I'm sure he'll have some good ideas.
I've never met Svarog before. I heard he's not easy to get along with.
Don't worry. Mr. Svarog has warmed up to guests a lot more now. I'll explain the whole situation to him. Here, this way.
There was only 6 pieces in that guy? You were lying to me. You're fibbing. You're telling absolute fibs and lies and everything.
Huh? Is Mr. Svarog talking to other children?
Clara, you have returned, and you have brought with you the Outsider and Querying Database. Silvermane Guard Intelligence Officer Pelageya Sergeyevna, it is a pleasure to meet you.
It's nice to meet you, Mr. Svarog.
Big Sis Clara's back!
Big Sis Clara?
Hello. What brings you two here today?
These two young humans found a suspicious batch of components. They wish to deliver them to me to earn my appreciation. However, the origin of these components is unknown, and they have no practical utility. It is difficult to ascertain their value.
Suspicious components? Can we have a look at them?
As you wish.
Sure enough, these parts are from the museum's sculpture.
Where did you guys find the parts?
These kids found way more than we did fixing all those robots. What an embarrassment.
Me and my sister were playing outside. We heard some grown-ups talking about what they were going to do with the parts. It seemed suspicious. They were acting a little sneaky. We hid in the shadows and waited until we heard them snoring.
And then we quietly dragged away the boxes with the parts in and gave them to Mr. Svarog. That was really risky behavior. If those grown-ups had woken up, things could have gotten really dangerous for you two. We were just trying to help. Oh, what? Don't cry. Listen. These parts don't belong to Mr. Svarog, but you two were still a big help to us.
Wait a minute. Wait. Is Clara an inch taller than Pela? Damn. Anyway, quick, Svarog, say something nice.
I am unable to determine the logic behind this series of events, but if you insist, excellent job, little girl.
See? I told you Mr. Svarog had warmed up to guests.
Really? So, we were a big help, weren't we? Awesome!
With these parts, we should have enough to put the sculpture back together. More or less. This isn't good. If what those kids said is true, then the museum thieves have operatives working in the settlement. I'll get in touch with the Wildfire and the Silvermane guards right away, and have them investigate the matter thoroughly. But for now, let's take the parts we have back to the museum, or we'll be here all night.
I'm really happy that I got to help you and Miss Pela today, big sister. Even if it was by accident, people in the settlement have been smiling a lot more these days. And that makes me happy too. I hope me and Mr. Svarog can make sure it stays that way. And if we ever get the chance, I want to show Mr. Svarog around the overworld.
Did you hear that, Jackie? Mr. Svarog said nice things about you.
He said nice things about you, too.
Look, from now on, we have to do good things only. That way, we can become Mr. Svarog's most trustworthy, second most trustworthy friends. After Claire, of course.
Okay, I'll do my best.
Welcome, outsider. What brings you here?
You've gotten better at getting along with humans.
Did you arrive at such a conclusion through direct observation? Clara, too, has conveyed similar sentiments, though my emotional indices have not experienced any fluctuations. If you and Clara have both reached the same conclusion independently, then there must be some force influencing my behavior, which transcends my system's algorithms. This possibility strikes me as peculiar, but not necessarily bad.
It's funny how these three female characters look. We got the protagonist has her sprint animation. Then here's Jingliu's sprint animation. And then here's Natasha's sprint animation. Like, these three women actually have different sprint animations. And of course, Welt is gonna have his own. He's a dude. Like, they actually all move differently. Except when they move normally, I think. Actually, no, Natasha moves a bit differently when she walks.
If I'd known how much work this was going to be, I would have enlisted more help. But see the final product for yourself. Not too shabby, is it?
I never thought we'd be rebuilding it ourselves.
Well, technically we didn't find all the parts. And if we called in the experts to put it back together, they would have realized. But take a look. As long as you don't pull out the blueprints and spend a dozen hours comparing, this version is virtually indistinguishable from the original. Excellent work. With Gears and Wisdom back, the Industrial Hall can reopen to the public. If you're still interested in managing the museum, why don't you go talk to Miss Eris about opening up the Industrial Hall? In the meantime, I'll follow up on the exhibit theft case. I wonder if any new clues were found over in Svalrog's domain. I'll let you know if we get any new leads. I have a hunch that we're close to uncovering the culprit behind the curtain.
Does she have another measuring thing as part of her... She looks like she's got a ruler, one of those smaller circle ruler thingies. She looks like she's got one of those. Or could I call it a construction ruler? Is that one? I don't know. A work of photography that captures the Stelron imprisonment device atop Everwinter Hill. Imprisoned inside, the calamity descended from the sky, the future of Belobog and the enduring nightmare of a Supreme Guardian. An advertisement illustration of John Peake's Choice brand sewing machine, not brood. This is a replica. John Peake's Choice brand sewing machines are an important symbol of the shift toward a light industry in Belobog, which is why this is posted here. A piece of concept art. It records the iterative process of the sculpture Gears and Wisdom. Here's a life pro tip this concept can teach you. Often, you'll just have to scramble and grind your wits like this set of gears until you manage to ascertain the true intent of the requester. A poster for Belobog's machinery manufacturing industry, but this is a replica. Looking at the leaden tones, and the heavy machinery depicted on the canvas, you feel like you were transported back to that era when almost everything was made of steel. A work of photography that captures the Everwinter Monument erected on the Belobog Plaza. A certain intelligence officer has introduced the monument's design concept. It doesn't matter if you forgot, because even if no one introduces it, a good piece of art can convey the value it contains by its own virtue. A series of posters from the underworld. They look old. Does this museum not have any more suitable exhibits? A work of photography that captures a Belobogian cable car. With your effort, the cable car restarted its service after a decade of collecting dust. It travels between the overworld and underworld ceaselessly, and its run-down cable reconnecting the long-segregated people of Belobog. A work of photography that captures the Silvermane Guard restricted zone on the edge of Belobog. The citizenry may not have known, but intricate road networks and mechanical obstacles are placed all over the premises. Do Silvermane Guards not get lost? A huge geomer radiator. It is a heating device that can be seen everywhere on the streets of Belobog. You feel warmth swirling around your torso. If the surface of the planet can be covered with heating devices like this, the internal freeze might really be dispelled. They were gold. Why would they appear here? You can't say for sure. A set of metal cabinets. There are terminal equipment for mining machinery. In Belobog, simple mining machinery usually comes with complicated terminal equipment. However, their existence is not there to simplify operations, but to provide a space for mechanics to show off their skills. A work of photography that captures the bridge of the Great Mine. The cold, hard steel bridge and the cliff look a little bleak, but the miners hold them in great affection. It is the path leading home to the miners. A civilian projector, cruder than the one on loan from the Golden Theater. Looks like a prop in a film, but it really is to show movies. A work of photography that captures the energy of the Silvermane Guard restricted zone. You remember using so much effort to get close to this giant steel ball. Fortunately, that poor fool always carries the all-important key. A simple sewing machine. In Belobog, you can always buy clothing that fits you anywhere, but not even the most extravagant clothing is comparable to a piece woven with a sewing machine specifically for you. An exquisite projector on generous loan from the Golden Theater. In the past 700 years, the projector had never shown any films. Due to the lack of copying and filming basics, the film industry only exists in name. The work of photography that captures the scenery of the Fornus Core Research Station. The research station of yesteryear has become Svarog and the girls' home. But why are they always outside and never inside? I don't know. Is this just another sewing machine? An elaborate sewing machine. For a freezing world, textiles that bring the warmth have an inherent meaning of preservation. A work of photography that captures the geomeral veins in the Great Mine. The massive mineral vein is like an underground sun buried in stone. It illuminated the mines, the streets in both the overworld and the underworld, and the entirety of Belobog. Oh, that's not a platform? What the hell? He fell asleep together with the exhibit beside him. How the hell is he sleeping in here? A lantern model automobile. It is mostly used as a rented ride vehicle. However, a vast majority of Belobog citizens choose to commute by tram. Taxicab's high price would stop most people in their tracks. Is that actually Winston? Hold up. Is that actually Winston? That would be impossible to actually be Winston right now, I think. I think I'll still start a party, though. I don't think that can actually be Winston. A beacon-modeled automobile. It is a limited edition automobile manufactured by Radar Motors. Rumor has it that this car is part of a Supreme Guardian Alina's personal collection, but a certain rich person treats it like it's worthless. Hopefully that means Belobog's economic growth has been booming for the past 700 years. Well, shit my pants, it really is you.
Yes, it is me. I apologize for randomly dropping out yesterday, but a family friend came to visit and then I was basically told to get off the damn game and hang out.
Yeah, well, that's what happens when someone comes and visits and your parents want you to talk to them. With the way you made it sound, that is, I guess, how it went.
Yeah, pretty much.
'Cause every night I will save your life.